Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping right into one of the most ferocious debates in all of tech, a battle that's fought in every online forum and Discord server. The 2026 gaming headset market. Are those all-in-one wireless headsets finally as good as they claim, or are you still way better off with a classic audiophile setup? Let's get into it. So, to really understand this, let's meet our two fighters. In one corner, we have the hardcore gamer. They're all in on the wireless future. For them, it's all about the convenience and the killer features. And in the other corner, we have the audiophile. They're convinced you're paying a hefty gamer tax for nothing more than flashy lights and muddy sound. They'll tell you that a separate mic plus a good pair of wired headphones, well, that's the only real way to play. All right, for round one, we're going straight for the jugular, sound quality. Is this whole gamer tax thing real, or has the game totally changed? You know, for years, the audiophile's argument was not just an opinion, it was pretty much a fact. Gaming headsets just couldn't compete on pure sound. But, as this quote shows, that long-held belief is really starting to crumble. What used to be fantastic advice might just be, well, obsolete. For the purists out there, the logic has always been super straightforward. A physical wire is a direct pipeline for sound. There's no compression, no weird latency, no interference. It's just pure, uncompromised audio straight from the game into your ears. It's simple and it's clean.
And check this out, because this really seems to prove their point. We're looking at the same headset line, the SteelSeries Nova Pro. The wired version is $100 cheaper, supports high-res audio, and is described as sounding clear as day, better. So that's a slam dunk for wired, right? Well, maybe not so fast.
See, the hardcore gamer comes back with a secret weapon. It's called digital signal processing, or DSP. Because these wireless headsets have their own power and their own tiny computer inside, the makers can basically cheat. They can tune and tweak and perfect the sound before it even gets to your ears, fixing problems that a simple wired headphone just can't. And this quote just nails the new reality, doesn't it? Being wireless isn't a limitation anymore. It's an opportunity. It gives companies this amazing power to shape the sound. Now, the only question is whether they actually use that power correctly, because when they do, oh man, the results are just incredible. And Exhibit A for the gamer's case is the Audeze Maxwell. Seriously, this thing isn't just a gaming headset. It's a straight-up audiophile-grade headphone that just happens to have gaming stuff built in. We're talking massive planar magnetic drivers. That's tech from super high-end studio gear, delivering a kind of detail that you just couldn't get in a wireless gaming headset until, like, right now. Okay, let's keep this going and move into round two, because it's not just about what you can hear, right? It's about how you sound to your team or your audience. Let's talk about mics. Now, the old-school audiophile take has always been that headset mics are basically an afterthought. They sound kind of tinny, a little compressed, like you're talking through a tin can. They're fine for a quick enemy-spotted call-out, but if you're trying to stream or make videos, no way. But just like with the sound, software is swooping in to save the day. Tech like Logitech's Blue Voice is a game changer. It's like having a little audio engineer living inside your computer, letting you add compression, get rid of background noise, and just generally make your voice sound rich and professional in real time. So the hardcore gamer's response is that between these powerful software tools, some crazy AI noise cancellation, and just way better hardware, the quality gap has pretty much vanished. Headset mics aren't just an afterthought anymore. They're a serious, legitimate feature. And if you need the proof, you gotta look at the Razer Black Shark V3 Pro. After a simple firmware update, reviewers everywhere are calling its mic the new king, the best on any wireless headset, period. It sounds so natural and rich, it completely proves that a broadcast-ready mic can absolutely exist in an all-in-one package. Okay, for our final round, we're moving past the pure specs and into real life. It's about how these things actually fit into your day-to-day. Does the absolutely undeniable convenience of a wireless headset beat the purity of a wired one? Man, the gamer's case here is just so strong. We're talking about being able to get up and grab a drink from the fridge without your podcast pausing. We're talking about these magical base stations, like on the Astro A50X, that let you hot swap between your PC, your PlayStation, and your Xbox with one button. And you can mix your game audio with a Discord call from your phone at the same time. I mean, that's a level of convenience that is really, really hard to give up. But, and this is a big but, the audiophile has a critical warning. All that amazing, magical convenience, it all depends on software. And anyone who's used a computer knows that with more software comes more bugs, more crashes, and more firmware updates from hell that can just ruin your day. This quote right here is the nightmare scenario. This is a real experience trying to update a Logitech headset, and you can just feel the anxiety. That amazing convenience can turn into pure frustration in a heartbeat. Meanwhile, a simple, wired, plug-and-play headphone, it just works. Every time. No headaches. All right, all the arguments are on the table. So where does this leave you, the person who actually needs to buy something? Let's break it down and figure out what headset is really the right choice for different kinds of gamers. First up, the competitive purist. If your entire game depends on hearing the faintest footstep 2 buildings over, you need the absolute best, most uncompromised audio. The Odyssey Maxwell delivers that in a wireless package, for sure, but a top-tier wired headset is also an incredible, no-frills choice that will never let you down. Okay, next up, the all-rounder, the person who hops between different systems. Maybe you have a PC, a console, a Switch, and your phone. You need versatility above all else. Headsets like the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 or the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 7 are literally built for this kind of multi-device life. They make it seamless. Now, what if you're an aspiring streamer or content creator? Well, here's where the old audiophile argument is still king. I mean, headset mics have gotten shockingly good, but nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to beat the warmth and clarity you get from a great pair of dedicated headphones paired with a real standalone microphone. If your voice is part of the product, this is the way. And finally, what if you're just looking for something great that won't destroy your wallet? Good news. You don't have to spend a fortune to cut the cord anymore. Headsets like the Logitech G435 or the Razer Black Shark V3X totally nail the fundamentals. Good sound, great comfort, at a price that honestly feels like a steal for what you're getting. So it seems like the whole gamer tax idea is dead. The new question is all about your priorities. The gap between these two worlds has never been smaller, and it really just leaves you with one final thought. What matters more to you? The slick features you're going to use every single day, or that last little bit of audio perfection you might only notice when everything else is